Hey y'all, it's Kate from Katie Did. We are at the Kinsey fishing access just east of Miles City, Montana. It might be north of Miles City, Montana. I'm somewhere near Miles City and I'm at the river. It snowed earlier this week, but I've been watching the weather and it was going to be 50 degrees today, so I planned a trip out to the river to see if I could find some agates. Not really sure it's going to be a successful one because there's still snow on the ground, but the sun is shining, and so I'm going to see what we can find. I've never been here before, so it'll be fun to see what the beaches are like. Sometimes a rock will catch my eye that's not anything except pretty. And that's the case with this one. It's got these beautiful browns and rusts, and it's soft and smooth. It looks like it would be good to hold, which it is. So I'm going to just put it in my pocket and keep it for a while. Here's another example of a rock that looks very much like an agate, but isn't. It has, if you can see, the similar skin, that snaky looking skin. It has the lumpy bumpy shape. It even has windows. Even has windows into the rock. However, it also has some minerals in it that make it kind of muddy and milky, and therefore it doesn't get to go home with me. This is kind of cool. I have not seen this right down by the river before. It's just some sandstone, layers and layers of sandstone. It's right next to the river. Always looking for the next gigantic agate, living in hope, usually being disappointed, but hoping again the next time. Let's wash this off and see what happens. Oh, it's most definitely not a keeper, but it's interesting. It has, it has all kinds of different colors and mixtures in there. That's really cool. Well, maybe I'll put that up on a rock and pick it up on my way back down the beach. Might be kind of fun to cut in there and see what kind of patterns those actually show up as. Meanwhile, these two little guys look like they're agates that want to come home with me. Oh, the water is so cold! Okay, so one of them is just kind of a milk agate, not going to keep it. But this one's pretty. It's even got some stuff in the middle of it. Walking my way down the riverbank, there's a very narrow band of gravel and a game path. Thank you, dear. But I see that there's more gravel down there, so I'm going to try to make my way to it and see what we can find. While you're walking, you always got to keep your head down and your eyes up, open. And there's just a sweet little agate here. You see, it just looks different from all the other ones. It sort of glows. And so that's what makes them easier to spot. Speaking of rocks that just beg to be picked up, this is a brecciated jasper, brecciated jasper, and breccia is when the rock breaks apart and then other minerals fill the cracks, and it makes this super cool pattern. I think it's just beautiful. Okay, we've made our way to the gravel bar. I'm still just loving the colors of fall. Even though we've kind of squeaked into winter, we kind of didn't get a fall this year, which really disappoints me because it's my favorite season. But anyway, look at those colors. Look at how gold the golds are, and how the rusts just kind of counterbalance it, and the sky is so blue. These are my favorite colors. Agate hunting in the snow. Found another nice gravel bar. They seem to be kind of here and there along the river. We're on the sunny side of the river, so hopefully most of the stuff will have the white stuff, you know, that thing, snow. Most of the snow will have melted off and we'll be able to find something nice. Picked up a couple things here that I'm going to wash off. The first one that caught my eye is clearly a chunk of jasper, but I think that it's jasperized wood, which I've never found before. So if it is, I'm pretty excited about it. Basically, it's petrified wood that has been filled with jasper, and I'm really thinking that's what it is. Whoa, that is so cool. You can see the wood grain here. Very, very cool. And then on the end, it's a different thing. It's not just the layers. You can almost see, I feel like you can almost see the circles in the tree rings, but that might just be my imagination. Anyway, so cool. Then the next one is this shiny, this was right next to it, this shiny little agate thing. It's not especially clear or especially included, but I just love the colors of it and the kind of the shape and how it's got the quartzy stuff in there and the chalcedony, and so I'm going to bring that one home too. It occurred to me that I often don't film unless there's something to film, which gives the impression that I'm picking stuff up all the time. But I've actually walked all the way down the beach here, and I left the jasperized wood on a rock so I can pick it up on my way back, because I brilliantly didn't bring my backpack from the car. Anyway, it's a kind of a long and slow process. I find it relaxing regardless. It's kind of funny how much more cautious I am about picking up random things when I don't have my backpack with me. That's kind of good to know. I think that this is a piece of agatized wood. So between the agatized or the jasperized wood and this big piece of agatized wood, I think there's some interesting stuff going on here. I really like the color in the center there, and it's got the skin on it that makes me think that it's definitely some kind of agate material. Only thing to do is haul it back and cut it open. I'm rethinking this as I walk along. I think there's just an awful lot of cloudiness in this, and while it probably would be very beautiful cut, I'm starting to accumulate so many things that I maybe just better leave that for someone else. And yes, this does have something to do with the fact that I don't have my backpack with me and I don't want to carry it. Oh, what a lesson. Petrified wood. And where this goes, into my pocket. One thing I love about agate hunting is the suddenness of the beauty. When you're walking along the riverbank, and yeah, it's all very pretty, but then all of a sudden there's this just blast of light, and there's an agate sitting there in the mud. If I were in Michigan, I would think this was a Lake Superior agate. However, I'm not in Michigan, so it's probably just a jasper, but it sure is pretty. I'm finding quite a few of these quartzite pebbles. They're so round and smooth, and they glow just like agates do, but they don't have anything inside of them. They're just clear quartzite. I think they're very pretty, but they get to stay here. Check this out. This rock is shaped like a football. Oh, so muddy. Nope. Here's a cute little guy. Beavers have been at work. Well, we got back to the car and unloaded, and now we're going to take a look at what lies in the other direction. As I say, I've never been to this particular beach before, and so I want to explore it now so that I know where to go when the after the spring floods come and I know what the beaches look like. I just found this really pretty little piece of jasper. I like it so much. This looks very pretty. Anybody know what this is? Here we have it. The last beach of the Kinsey Bridge. I'm sure if I continued down the riverbank, I would continue to find more gravel bars. The riverbank isn't very steep here. Sometimes it cuts into the banks and it makes it so that it's very hard to find any gravel. But this is a pretty good place. So look up Kinsey Bridge. It's about 15 miles away from Miles City. It's pretty nice. And I'll bet you'll even find some agates. Really sure what this is. My first guess was kind of a fossilized branch, knot of some kind, but it has odd wear patterns that sort of make it look like sediment, like some kind of sedimentary stone. On the other hand, it has rings on the top, just like a piece of wood. So let me know what you think. This is a pretty little agate. Well, that's it for the Kinsey Bridge. It was a nice place. I think I'll go back. This is Kate from Katie Did. Keep on doing.